Canada, for example, they had what's like 15,000 assisted suicides
Yes.
last year. Let's take a look at what this is first here. Let's see here. Assisted suicide, also known as physician-assisted suicide, is the process by which a person, with the help of others, takes actions to end their lives. Now, like Pop said when we started this a minute ago, um, if you are tore up from the floor up, okay, there's no recovering your condition. I get this. I understand. There's points where you just can't go any further. That wall exists. There's no debating whether or not that wall exists. It does. Probably most famously portrayed in a movie about World War One called Johnny Get Your Gun. Do you remember that, Pop?
Oh, yeah.
There's a guy who's a World War One vet, and he's in a hospital, and everybody's gathered around him and his family, and they're all talking to him. And this one guy notices that the guy who's laying in the bed, who's lost his arms and legs, he's blind, he had his like jaw blown off, and he's completely wrapped in bandages. And one of the people in the room notices that the guy's like tapping his head,
Mm-hmm.
tapping his head. And they're like, oh, he must be trying to communicate. He must be trying to communicate. And finally, one of his buddies comes in and says he is. And everybody looks at the guy's buddy, the other soldier, and says, well, what's he saying? He says, it's Morse code.
Yep.
And he's saying, please kill me. You know, when you're to that point, I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. You're completely roached. There's nowhere else to go, and all you're going to do is suffer until the lights go out and you go to your final exit interview. But this is not that. Okay, let's be crystal clear about what's going on in these countries, and you can see a little map down in the corner there of where the countries are, and some of the states, Oregon and California, now have it. Assisted suicide is legal in some countries under certain circumstances, including Austria, Belgium, Canada, Germany, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Portugal, Spain, Switzerland, some parts of the United States, and all 6 states in Australia. The constitutional courts of Colombia, Ecuador, and Italy have legalized it, but their governments have not yet legislated or regulated the practice. Now, this has been going on since there have been people on the face of the planet. Let's be crystal clear about that. This is something that we've done all along. But what we're looking at here, it simply isn't the same thing at all. Let's take a look at the Netherlands, for example. In the Netherlands, euthanasia, termination of life on request, and assisted suicide are prohibited under Articles 23 and 293 and 294. In the Dutch Euthanasia Act, an exception has been made for physicians. Euthanasia and physician-assisted suicide performed by a physician who has complied with all 6 due care criteria set out in the Act and has notified the municipal pathologist. That's like the what do we call those guys? The coroners here in the States, I guess.
Okay.
It's not a criminal. So what this is the slow slide into we can euthanize people.
Yes. It's a slippery slope.
It is.
As human beings, we have this annoying habit called mission creep.
Yes.
It happens all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It just gets worse and worse. And I'm going to rearrange my screens here very quickly. I'm going to put that one over there, this one over here, shove this one up Pop's ass, no homo.
Hey.
What? Huh?
Huh?
Difference between euthanasia and assisted suicide. It's very simple. The doctor in euthanasia administers whatever it is that punches your clock. An assisted suicide is where the doctor hands you whatever it is that punches your clock.
And you do it yourself.
You essentially do it yourself, but you're given the means to do it. Now, Canada has been screwing around with fun things like in the thumbnail for tonight's show, the bye-bye bed. That's a bye-bye bed. That's a suicide bed.
And I believe they use nitrogen.
Did you hear what happened with an incident in Canada using the bye-bye bed?
They had to go in and choke them.
They literally had to go in and strangle the guy because the bed failed.
Yeah, that's you know, you should
That's
have
just
a
one of the fun
standby
features.
injection or something.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, here's another example.
Sure.
I watch on Netflix a show called Resident Alien, and towards the end of the second season, the so-called alien, who's basically playing a doctor, has to go and administer a lethal dose of some narcotic to a guy who's basically dying, and he's really
Oh, I think I
old.
watched a couple of shows
Yeah.
of that. He's like literally an alien, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he literally puts him down, and the guy, like, looks at the doctor before he checks out and says, "Thank you." In my opinion, that is where you need to be for this to apply to you.
Yeah.
Simple. Plain and simple.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you and I go back and forth about this all the time on numerous shows. Look, don't take a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporters Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.